Hi there. Recently we talked about soil testing and how that can be a useful tool to help you have optimal growth in your vegetable and flower gardens. I went ahead to my local extension agency and I purchased two soil kits. One for the farm that I farm at, which has got about 2,800 square feet of garden, and then again one for my home where I have 340 square feet of garden, which is either raised beds or containers. Now, what I was looking for is, do I need to fertilize? Do I need to add organic matter? Do I need to add lime? And what is the pH balance? Now, there are some other numbers that the tests will show as well, which are really interesting that I didn't know about. But those things are augmented in the same way that you do the other things, either with fertilizer and or organic matter. The test results came in and they were very interesting. You can see behind me I have two separate tests, and these came directly from the Michigan State University Extension office. And you can see a bar here that tells me that my phosphorus is too high, my potassium is too low, and that my magnesium is optimal in this case. In the soil that I've purchased from the local landscaping company, my phosphorus is too high, my potassium is actually about right, and my magnesium is also too high. Both the farm and my house, the pH is 7.2, which is a nice pH for gardening. And neither of the places needed lime. They both have a lime index of 72. What was very different was the organic matter. Here at my house, the organic matter is just fine. I just need to keep it up, which means I need to throw mulch into it every year, compost, just to keep that organic matter up. But at the farm, the index was very, very low for organic matter. This surprised me a little bit. These are the beds that I gardened as a child, and we were able to get every bit of vegetables that we needed for an entire year from those garden spaces. And so to think of it as less than stellar is interesting. So what do you do with the results? It does make recommendations of how much organic matter to add and what type of fertilizer to use. And it will even tell you exactly how much organic matter and how much fertilizer you need. For example, at the farm, I needed to put on 40 pounds of 12-0-12 fertilizer, and it wanted, I think, 16 cubic feet of organic matter added. So a little bit later on in the video, I will take you to the farm and I'll show you what I'm doing over there. But for this particular location, the recommendation was that I use a fertilizer that is 504. There is no such thing as 504 fertilizer. So what do you do then? You can either go to a place that will mix it for you, which would be very expensive, especially if you're using organic, or you can find the next best thing. And what I did find was this product called Iron Tone, and it's a 303. And I will use this. I've been using a product that is a 545 for quite a few years. I don't need the phosphorus. So the numbers are NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. And the nitrogen is great for your plant health overall, but the leafy parts, phosphorus is important for the root system, and potassium is important for water uptake. So I think that's what I want to tell you for now about soil testing and getting to know your soil. If you do have any questions, please reach out and I'll be happy to find the answers for you. And we'll see you over at the farm in a few minutes. So we were talking about soil testing earlier, and I've come over to the farm to show you what we're doing here. This particular area, we have two gardens that are 20 by 70 feet. and it was recommended that we put in 8 cubic feet of organic matter per garden. Now, what you see here is about 4 cubic feet. I'm not going to do it all, and I'm only going to do it in one of the gardens, the garden that I haven't started planting. So my job is to spread this organic matter onto the garden, and I'll be doing that in the coming days. And also I needed to put about 40 pounds of 012 fertilizer on this bed and the next bed over. Like I said, I've already started planting in the other garden, so this year we won't be augmenting the soil. This is not enough organic matter, but I thought it was enough to get started rebuilding these gardens. These are the gardens of my childhood. I feel really privileged to still be able to garden in them, but they're kind of worn out. When I was a kid, there were so many farmers around that had a manure spreader that you could just have them run through and give you a little manure now and again, and it really kept the soil up nicely. I may have also mentioned that we are not fertilizing with organic fertilizer here. We would like to, very, very much. This year isn't the year that that's going to happen. In order to fertilize this at the bare minimum, it would have cost me $400. The bag of fertilizer on the compost pile here cost me $16. So I really believe in organic gardening, but I also believe that eating is better than not eating, and that, sometimes you just have to do what you have to do. This soil has been neglected for a very long time, and so we're going to get it back up to snuff. And once we do that, then we'll be able to go with the organic fertilizer and keep it up. So, all right, well, that's what I wanted to share with you about the soil testing and what we need to do to get this going. All right, hope you have happy gardening.